Roman Reigns and the Monster Trio. WWE ready for a possible reformed OG bloodline? The bloodline, led by the tribal chief Roman Reigns, has been one of the most dominant factions in WWE history. With the group's recent dynamic shifts and potential additions, the future of the bloodline looks more exciting than ever. The bloodline could also explore adding new members to its ranks. Zilla Fatu, the son of WWE legend Umaga, and Lance Anoa'i, the son of Samu, are two potential candidates. While Zilla has yet to sign with WWE, his inclusion in the bloodline would add a fresh and powerful element to the group. CM Punk's recent involvement with the bloodline, albeit brief, has added a layer of complexity to the group's dynamics. The tension between Punk and Reigns could lead to further developments and unexpected alliances. While Punk's future with the OG bloodline remains uncertain, his presence has undoubtedly elevated the group's status. Furthermore, Reigns has his sights set on Hollywood after his wrestling career. In a recent interview with Sports Illustrated, Reigns expressed his desire to transition into acting and pursue roles in film. He said, "There are so many tools and skills that I've built and learned along my way in WWE that it would probably be a waste if I didn't somewhat transition and use some of these skills. I don't know if I would want to go to the full extent of Dwayne Johnson or John Cena. Dave Bautista is very busy as well. He seems to have a little more balance in the way he conducts his schedule. Maybe, but you can tell he wants to be that guy too. If I'm going to make movies, I want to make really good movies, and I want to be part of really good stories. I want to work with a really good crew, directors and production teams that know what they're doing, people I can learn from. I want to work with other experienced actors. I don't have an ego. I want to work with people who know what they're doing and bring something great to the table that I can take with me, steal a couple of pages from their playbook, and we can all make some great money together. I don't feel the need to oversaturate that or do too much in that space. With a strong core of talented performers and a charismatic leader, the group is poised to dominate the wrestling world for years to come. Whether it's through the addition of new members, the development of existing storylines, or unexpected twists and turns, the bloodline is sure to keep fans entertained. WWE released new footage of Roman Reigns and CM Punk from Survivor Series. WWE have released new footage of an intense and comical stare-down between CM Punk and Roman Reigns before their match at this year's Survivor Series. War games, setting social media ablaze, and putting a new slant on their feud. The pair were pitted together at this year's event against Solo Sikoa and his new bloodline faction. Reigns and Punk struggled to get along throughout the show, and this footage has put their beef into sharper focus. The newly released footage shows Reigns, Punk, and Sami Zayn inside the cage and awaiting their entrance into the ring. The buzzer sounded and Punk was about to enter, but was blocked by Reigns, who put an arm across him and allowed Zayn to exit the cage instead. The Canadian looked startled and hesitated for a few seconds, but eventually entered the ring, leaving the two rivals to square off against each other as they waited to make their entrance. A highly comical staring match ensued between the two, as Punk was left frustrated by the incident and proceeded to stroll around the cage in an agitated manner, all the while staring at Reigns. The tribal chief, meanwhile, cut a much more nonchalant figure as he leaned against the cage and met Punk's gaze. Another moment of hilarity then followed when the next buzzer sounded. Reigns made his way towards the open cage door, but before he could get there, he was undercut at the last moment by Punk, who duly made his way into the ring, leaving Reigns staring into the middle distance. The wordless altercation between the pair led to a huge buzz on social media as fans flocked to post their reaction to what they had seen. Most fans simply reacted to the hilarity. One user posted on X that, "Punk pacing back and forth staring at Roman had me rolling," before posting the crying laughter emoji. Another X user said, "I would have broken right there, and then Alexander the Great couldn't have stopped me from laughing." One fan even compared the pair's rivalry to a legendary rivalry from WWE's past, calling it the modern-day Rock and Stone Cold. In the match itself, Punk and Reigns defeated Sikoa's new bloodline faction and showed that they were able to put their differences aside for their mutual cause. This footage has left fans eager for any potential in-ring matchup between Reigns and Punk, although we are unsure as of yet when it will happen. Punk is expected to take part at WrestleMania 41 against Seth Rollins. but there is no expectation that Reigns will also be involved. Reigns surely has the pick of opponents for his next bout, seeing as he is on one of the all-time great hot streaks in WWE history. A meeting with Punk is what everyone wants to see given their long-standing feud, and whenever it happens, it will be a match that will ignite the wrestling world, and one that has the potential to be one of WWE's legendary clashes, adding more fuel to an already iconic rivalry. Former WWE star says Seth Rollins as WWE's go-to guy during Roman Reigns' rise. For the past decade, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, both members of The Shield, have dominated WWE. While Roman Reigns has been the face of WWE since 2015, he struggled during his early rise for several years. Despite WWE's desperate efforts to push Reigns with multiple WrestleMania main events, including victories over legends like The Undertaker, Triple H, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and Randy Orton, his big dog persona never connected with fans. The fans never accepted Roman Reigns as WWE's top star and voiced their unhappiness with his direction, booing him for years. During this time, Reigns fought to win the fans over. Seth Rollins easily connected with them through his strong performances, personality, and character. Rollins consistently connected with fans. However, while WWE focused on making Reigns the new face of the promotion, they never saw Rollins as the one to lead the charge. As Reigns struggled to find his persona, WWE finally turned him heel in 2020, introducing his tribal chief character, which quickly clicked with the fans. Reigns was eventually accepted as the face of the WWE. Recently, former WWE star Dolph Ziggler now credits Seth Rollins as WWE's go-to guy during the years when Roman Reigns was not ready. Dolph Ziggler praises Seth Rollins for holding WWE together for years. On Busted Open Radio, former WWE superstar Dolph Ziggler shared his thoughts on the recent CM Punk and Seth Rollins segment from Raw. Ziggler expressed his support for Rollins in the current storyline, even though fans seemed to favor CM Punk. He reflected on a 5 to 6 year period when he and Rollins were often in rivalries while Roman Reigns was rising as a top star. He stated, "Roman was becoming this above and beyond character. At the moment, it felt like we were trying to create Seth as the full-time one. He's our go-to guy." Ziggler pointed out that fans forget how Seth Rollins served as the anchor for WWE for several years, stepping up whenever others didn't work out, including Roman Reigns. He also mentioned that being on the opposite side of Rollins, he